Hello, everyone. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It is always a pleasure to chat with my dear friend. I would love for him to reintroduce himself, his first and last name, and all he's up to.
Sheldon, I'm Louis Bezich, men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course, the author of Crack the Code, 10 proven secrets that motivate healthy behavior and inspire fulfillment in men over 50. How are you?
I'm so good. Happy New Year to you, my dear friend. Happy New Year to
New
you.
Year.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
so fun. We are starting the year off right. Our conversations always move so many folks who are either listening or watching in the right direction. What are we talking about today?
Well, today we're going to, since we're starting a new year, Sheldon, I wanted to go back into the men's health playbook and start with sort of healthy behavior 101, which is routine medical care. But the point is that one of the fundamental flaws in male health behavior is an aversion to seeking medical care. And routine examinations like an annual physical just epitomize the problem what we have there.
Yeah.
For example, the Harvard Medical School tells us that men will wait as long as possible to seek medical care if they're feeling ill or experiencing pain. The Cleveland Clinic, who did some survey work just last fall, found that just almost half of the men that they polled, 44%, did not get an annual physical. So it's a problem.
Wow.
And it needs to be addressed.
It is a problem and it needs to be addressed. I think we all know some loved one in our lives that waits for something to be literally falling off before they might take some Tylenol, right? They're walking with a limp for the second visit that we've seen them in a row before they're like, no, I'm fine. All of things that could have been prevented, all of things that could have been handled. You don't necessarily have to live with it or live in pain. But then there's that extreme, but then there's just general maintenance, right? Isn't there just general awareness and general maintenance? Is that part of what you're talking about?
Exactly. It's like, we take our cars in for an oil change every so often. We need to take our bodies and our minds, quite frankly, in to get checked on at least on a regular basis. For men over 50, for example, the Mayo Clinic says men over 50 should get a physical every year. If you're under 50, once at least every 3 years, to see what's going on, because the screenings and the tests that you'll get as part of that physical can really be important. They can find things that we may not be aware of, because it doesn't mean just because you feel good doesn't mean there aren't any issues. So it's really super important to preempt any larger problems and to discover them up front.
Oh my gosh.
The question is why is that aversion there? And the research shows that it gets back to the thing that Sheldon, you and I talk about all the time with men, and that's this male masculinity situation, which the American Heart Association calls misguided masculinity.
Misguided.
And
it's a very nice way to say misguided masculinity. But I think that there's the naivete of just being like, one, I don't want to go. Two, no one's going to tell me. No one's going to overcharge me, blah, blah, all of the different kinds of scenarios. Yeah. I'll be fine. This is the way that I've been for so long. And I think that one of the things that is universal, men and women, is that our bodies change so drastically. And so the way in which we maintained ourselves in our 20s, our 30s, our 40s is not the same way. And I'd love to get your opinion about this, that we can maintain ourselves ultimately in our 50s, our 60s, and our 70s. And I think that talking to a doctor helps us in understanding that.
Absolutely. As we age, our physical dynamics change, our mental dynamics change, and we need guidance to help us navigate that territory. But yet, for men, we harken back to what we learned as kids, right? For men, for young boys, it's like act like a man, and all these misguided perceptions of what masculinity is all about. On the other hand, when young girls hit puberty, they're encouraged right away to go see the doctor, and that takes them off on the course. So you can see what happens when we're very young, sticks with us for the rest of our lives.
For sure. And then again, that self-talk that we say, everything's fine. I don't have time. I'm so busy. There's so many things that I need to do. You won't have any time to do anything if you're ill, or you won't have any time to do anything if you fall sick. So I think that it's really important. And this is a proper reminder in the new year to kind of set those appointments for the year, right? And sitting down and looking at that calendar. Do you suggest that as well?
Absolutely. You know, it should be, again, get into a rhythm, right? At least, again, for men over 50, get into a rhythm every year, get in there like clockwork, develop a good relationship with your primary care physician. If you don't have one, seek one out, do a little research with the internet. It's so easy to get some information on doctors that are available out there, and really just make it a habit. It's a healthy habit that we really need to institute.
It's a healthy habit. We need you gentlemen for as long as possible. And one of the ways to keep you around and in our lives, and that we need and
Yes.
depend on you so much, is for you to take care of yourself. So going to the doctors and getting this maintenance, I think is a proper way to move everybody in the right direction. This was so wonderful. My friend, my darling friend, tell people how they can get in touch with you and how they can get their hands on your book.
On social media, it's at Louis Bezich. And of course, my website, 50plusmen.com, will give you all the information as to what's going on in our world of men's health.
Oh, I love it. We are so spoiled. This year is going to be just as amazing as last year. He will be regular here on This Is It Network. I promise you, you will not be disappointed, Louis. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Of course, of course. Okay, guys, you have all of his information. Get in touch with him today from all of us here at This Is It TV. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.